Welcome back, guys. In this video we are going to finish doors and windows for the first floor. Now let's go to level 2 and we're gonna add few doors and windows here. So we need another door here, so let's select the door command first. We're gonna use this door interior single 6 pallet wood door, and I'm just going to drop that here. So let's just press spacebar to flip that, and we drop that door there. Now we need another door here as well, so we're just gonna drop that in the center here. And then we're gonna add a few walls here to make this as a room. So let's go to modify, let's click on a wall, and then we use this basic interior wall, and we select the location line wall center line. Now I'm going to start with here, and let's just try finishing this here, and we just add the wall here. Now it's gonna give us error because I forgot to select that properly. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start another wall with the same wall. So we're gonna start from here, and I'm just gonna leave the wall here. Now we are going to use this trim and corner command. So let's select this wall, and that will fix that problem. Now we've got the door here. I'm gonna add another door. So let's go back to architectural tab, select this door, and we're gonna drop a door here, something like that. And then we're going to have another door which will open outside. So if someone's gonna come in outside here in the balcony, anyone can come in. Now we need to move this door a little bit to the right because it was causing a problem for the wall. Now we got these two doors done. Now let's do a few windows. So let's select the window, and then here I'm going to select one of the window here, the same window we used at the bottom. So that would have been, let's just find out what was the window there. So let's go to the level 1, and I'm going to select this window. So that's 48 by 48, that's fine. We'll go back to level 2, and then we're going to select the window command and select 48 by 48, and I'm gonna drop that window somewhere here and another window here. Now we can drop another window here, and then we can have another 2 windows here as well. Alright, so there's one thing I want to do here. Right now, if we look at the plan in 3D, the windows basically, it's this side is basically the others on the other side. So what I can do, I can select this and I can flip the window. So let's go back to level 2. I'm going to select this window, and we have this toggle on to flip this window, and we make sure all of these windows are flipped so they look the same. Now this one is there, and that was already there. Now we're gonna add a few windows at the back as well. So let's go back to Windows command, and let's just add a window here and another window somewhere here. Let's add a few windows for these rooms. I'm just putting in the render room, so when you're making your plan, you gotta make sure that you've got the right dimension the way you want it. Right, so there's 2 windows here we need to flip, so select that, select these 2 windows, and that's pretty much it. Now we got this. Now we can add a few windows here as well. So let's select the bigger one for this, and I'm going to add that window here. Go back to Windows command, select this window, and then let's just drop that here. Drop one in the middle here, somewhere in the middle, and there's another one can be done here. Right, now let's look at our plan. I'm just gonna flip it. Let's look at our plan in 3D. We got all the windows and doors done for our first floor plan. Now in this video I'm going to be working on this side of the house as well, so we need to have a railing here, and we're going to add a different kind of roof here. Before we make our main roof on the top, I'm just going to show you how you can create a roof by footprint. Now let's click on this wall, and then I'm going to isolate this element. I'm going to select this wall, and we go down here, click here, and then click on isolate element. Now we will only be able to see this wall now. And I'm going to change the viewport by using this view cube and click on front. Now I'm going to go to roof command, and then roof by extrusion. We will look at the roof by a footprint, which is going to be our main roof on the top. Well, let's select this roof by extrusion. Now here in this dialog box, we want to choose where you want to work. So I want to work on the plane. So let's click OK. And this is going to be our plane. As you can see, when I take my cursor here, it will just highlight that, right? So this is when we select the plane for our work. So let's click on it. And now I'm going to click OK. Now we can draw any kind of roof, arc, rectangle, or whatever you want to draw here. But it has to be the open. It can't be closed lines. So now let's draw something like this, like a shade here. And I'm going to draw this line here. Now we just click on this tick mark button, and there we go. Our roof is done. Now I'm gonna reset the temporary and hide isolation, and we are going to orbitable plan, and there you go. Now I'm gonna select this, and let's look at the properties. So property is like starting extrusion is 0 feet, which is starting from here, and it's going to minus 43 feet. So we're gonna change this. So we can change this to, let's say, 15 feet, and let's see how it looks. I'm gonna click on apply, and there you go. So we got our like kind of shade coming outside. So now we can add a railing here. So one more thing I want to fix here, as you can see here, it's overlapping to this wall. So what I can do here, I'm just going to click on this move tool, select this point, and then move it here, right? And it should fix the problem now. Okay, so our shade is done. Now let's isolate this element. This is a slab, so I'm going to select that and then click here and then click on isolate element. Now we go to level 2 plan, and then here we are going to work on our railing. Now we can see how our roof is basically coming outside. So we'll change the extrusion as well later. But let's work on the railing. So railing, we basically two kinds of railing we have in Revit: sketch path, place on a host. So let's look at the sketch path. So we click on the sketch path. We are in a sketch mode now. We can draw line, arc, rectangle, whatever we want to draw to create a railing. So in this case, I'm going to use the line tool, and I'm going to start with this corner, and I'm going to draw the line here, and then draw a line here, and then press escape once, and then we have the line here as well. It actually didn't work, so we are going to select another line here, and I'm going to use this trimming corner, so we can select these two lines, and let's select this as well, and let's just move it around here. Now we got our sketch done for our railing. Now let's click on this, and then let's have a look how it works. So we're gonna go to our 3D plan, and now as you can see, our railing is done. And I'm going to reset our temporary hide and isolate, and there you go. So we got railing is done. Now I would actually like to have some kind of pillar here. So for that, there are so many families available in Revit that we can use, but let's fix one thing here. So I'm going to select this, and I'm actually going to just move this a little bit back. I'm not trying to be very precise here, it's just to show you guys there is a roof by extrusion command available. Now I want to add a pillar here, so for that we can go to level 2, and we click on the column. So we have two kinds of columns: structural column and architectural column. So we're going to select the architectural column. So right now we have this rectangular column, and we have this metal clad column. Now we click on load family, and let's see what kind of columns do we have. So we go to US Imperials, we have this column folder, and I'm gonna and pretty much there's two columns we have, so we'll probably use this one. I'm gonna double click on it, and it's gonna get imported for me. Now I'm going to place that column right closer to our railing. Now let's just click it here. I'm gonna press escape, and let's look at it in 3D, and let's see how it looks. Now that kind of column we have, and I'm going to select that, and let's look at the properties. So we have this column. If I look at the drop down menu, we need to click on edit type and give a diameter a bit less. So for diameter, I'm going to change this to about 9 inch. Let's click on apply. Whoa, that's gone to 9 feet actually. So we press 0 space 9, and then that would be inches. Right, and then for this one, we can change this to something like 4.5 inch. So 0 space 4.5 inch. So we actually modified the family. Now I'm going to click on close and select this column. So in the modified column, we have two commands: attach the base and attach the top base. I'll select this top base, and now I can select the element where I want to attach this column to. I'm going to select this roof. Once I select it, as you can see, it properly attached to the roof there now. And then I'm going to select this again, and we are going to click on edit type, and I'm actually going to change the bit of inch as well. So let's just do that 6 inch. That looks a bit better, I think. Let's click OK, and that looks much better now. Alright, so we can even move this. So I'm actually trying to move this to a bit more corner, and let's see if we can snap this to the wall. Let's select it, and let's just try to snap that exactly here. Alright, so we were able to create a column and this kind of a shade, and next we are going to add the same column at this side of the roof as well. So we can actually drop this column. So let's go to level 2, and then I'm going to select this one. We actually already modified that family, so we are going to select this column. Let's go to the architectural, click on this architectural column, and let's just drop that here, like here. Right, let's look at that in 3D as well. So let's go to 3D view, and we have that kind of column here. Yep, that's fine. Well, there is an issue here. It's still a little bit thick, but if we modify this now, the other column will be modified as well. So for that, we are actually leave that right now. But if you want to do it the separate width, then you can actually add this column, like make it duplicate and modify that one. Now we have done this. Let's work on our roof now, the main roof, and then we will do the railing. Actually do the railing first, and then we will jump to the roof in the next video. Now to go to the level 2, double click on this in the project browser, and then we are going to select this and then click on this button and then isolate this element. And go to architecture tab and then select the railing with path. And now let's select the line. I'm gonna start my line from here, click here, click here, and then I'm just gonna try checking to the midpoint somewhere here, and we'll fix that because we actually need, it's telling me that it's getting overlapping, so we need to actually unhide everything, reset that. Now we'll be able to do that. So let's select the railing, start a line from here, take it here, draw a line here, and then take it all the way there. Now let's click on this tick mark button, continue, and let's click on this tick mark button and see what it says. So the railing line must be a single connected sketch. If you want to separate pieces of railing, create two railing. Now there's an issue here. This wasn't connected actually, so I'm gonna click here and then create a line. Right, now it should work. I'm gonna click on tick mark button, and there you go, railing is done as well. Let's look at that in 3D, and we actually need to move this line a little bit to the right, and then we are going to move this, select this. We do have the problem with this, so to fix this easily, let's go to the level 2 and try selecting this railing, click on edit path, and then we're actually going to move this path a little bit down here, and then we can just move this here, and then we move this a little bit up as well. we need to zoom in, and let's just move it somewhere here, and we will be able to move the column in a second as well. So let's just move this back a little bit. Right, so it should fix the problem now. Let's click on tick mark button. That's done. I'm gonna move this column somewhere here, and that should be fine. A little bit up. Yep, that's fine. Now let's look at our plan in 3D. So this is what we have achieved so far. Now let's work on the roof. For the roof, I'm gonna go to roof level, and then here we are going to go to architecture tab and select roof by footprint. Now I'm going to show you a few options here. So the first option is defines slope. So if you want to make a roof like a more traditional residential house roof, then just check this define slope. And then here we have an option for overhang. So right now I'm going to change this to 1.5 feet. And let me show you what that means. So now we have an overhang of 1 feet and 6 inches. Now if I take my cursor to the wall, because I've selected this pick wall option, and now you see the dotted line, so that's the distance between the actual wall and the roof hang. So let's select this, and then we're gonna click here, and then I'm gonna click here, click here, click on this wall, click on this wall, click on this wall. And now I'm going to change the roof hang to 0. And then we select this wall, and this wall, right? And then let's choose this trim and extend corner command. Select this line to fix that. And then we have this option here, and we can fix this as well. Now our roof footprint is done, and I'm going to click on this tick mark button. And as you can see, our roof is done. Now let's look at that in 3D. And there you go. So we got our roof done, we got the railing done, we have a pillar there, and our basic model of our house plan is ready. So in the next video we are going to learn, I've already shown you how to add fixtures to your plan. So we will add some fixtures into our plan, and we will view our options in Revit.